Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your June 2021 general reading. We're looking at the first 2 weeks of June, so from the 1st through the 15th. And this reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well wherever you're at. And thanks for taking the time to tune into this video, for your likes, shares, hitting that subscribe button, your donations, comments, feedbacks, reaching out for personal readings. It is all greatly welcome and appreciated. Thank you so much. Excuse me. So this reading is for Libra for the first 2 weeks of June 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Libra. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Libran. Of course, it's a general reading, so it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for additional insight and perspective. And if you find that any of the general readings resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something or information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the description link below. Click on that little arrow. You see some contact details, my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full time, so I'm pretty good about, diligent about scheduling those readings as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you're interested. All right, excuse me, Libra. Let's move into your reading and see what the first 2 weeks of June have in store for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with Legacy of the Divine Tarot. And we begin with the Page of Coins, followed by the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups, followed by the Five of Coins, the Five of Swords, wow, followed by Temperance, thank God, a little balance. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus for the first 2 weeks of June is the Fool. Lots of opportunity for change in the form of conflict, which is what the number fives usually represent. They represent some kind of conflictive energy, push and pull energy, kind of a mixed bag sort of energy. The overall energy is the Fool, which is the 0. He's the very first major arcana card in the tarot, the very first card in the tarot. So it represents starting off on a brand new journey without particular attention to the destination, just about being excited about starting a brand new journey. It could be about stepping off the beaten path, doing something you've never done before, taking a risk and trusting to spirit for the results. Sometimes it can represent, manifesting this energy in a negative sort of way, like being foolish about something or doing something that's too risky with no, consequential thinking about what might happen. Excuse me, we'll clarify that. Gosh, I just started getting hoarse right when I was doing your reading, Libra. There is some energy here about feeling disappointed and let down about, well, I'll clarify. I mean, I'm drawn right to the center 2 cards here, the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. I mean, the Five of Cups is a card that represents, it's a bit of a mixed bag. The person in the card is grieving over 3 cups, which are tipped over and spilled out, representing a loss or a disappointment of some kind, regret perhaps, although there still are 2 cups full and upright. And with it is the Five of Coins, which is insufficiency and lack. Sometimes it represents financial or material insufficiency and lack. On an emotional level, it can represent feeling shut out, not good enough, abandoned, rejected. But the 2 of them together, too, can represent that there's something there that you might be missing, an opportunity or some kind of resources that you need that you might be missing that's closer than you think. because the of Cups can represent that you're so focused on what you haven't got or what you lost that you don't realize that there's 2 cups behind you still full and upright. It can represent missed opportunity because you're too busy looking only at the lack, the absence of something. And that 5 of Coins can also represent being shut out. It usually represents a person or a couple outside of what looks like, it hints at being a church or cathedral window, and inside is warmth and light and everything they need. But they're outside and they're not actually paying attention to that structure because they're only focused on trying to get what they need because they're in need. Again, focusing on the insufficiency. So it may be here, whether this is emotional or particularly financial and material, it represents that what you actually need that you may have been disappointed at in one area is you can actually get it from somewhere else, and it's actually closer than you think if you just reach out and take it or take a look around and ask. It's there. It does look like through a lot of challenges you do manage to regain some balance, or fighting to regain and maintain balance here, because towards the end, although we're only looking at a short period of time, the first 2 weeks of June, we have the 5 of Swords, which represents a victory, although it's a hard victory. You haven't come away from it without any, some injuries or scars. It represents a hard-won victory, being very ambitious, being determined to win at all costs, no matter what the cost is. Sometimes it can be being so focused on what you want, the end result, that you might alienate yourself from people along the way. But on the flip side, this card can also represent that that winning comes at the cost of actually separation or estrangement or loss from you and other people in your life, but those people might be exploitative. Or not good for you, which is how balance is achieved. It does look like you're fighting to, or may be successful in regaining balance in this area of your life, regardless of what this situation is, even though it's difficult. It's a difficult battle. And here at the beginning, we have the Page of Coins with 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands is defensive energy. It speaks about being defensive, protecting, guarding, protecting that which you have a lot invested in, or that you feel very strongly about. And with the Page of Coins over it, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising, it might be a child or a young person or a young adult. It might be that there's a child in your life or a young adult that's being very defensive about something. It might be that you are in the process, even though you're an air sign Libra. Pages represent being at the introductory path of something. They're in school, they're learning, and they're trying to figure out how, with the knowledge they're acquiring, to apply that to the practical path that they are on, that they're starting on. So it may be that you're in the process of learning how to do something or hold on to something. Maybe this is something new that you've never tried before. I mean, if I look at this and read this, Libra, from the viewpoint of a financial or material matter, it might be that you are in danger of losing something, a job, a home, an apartment, something of that sort. It may be that you're disappointed because you don't have the kind of funds and resources that you need to, to gain something or to maintain something, the 5 of Coins could represent a living structure as well. I know that in some places, at least here in the state, the moratorium on evictions is expiring during this season or shortly. So it might be that, you're in debt and you don't have enough, and you're trying to figure out ways, you're learning, trying to figure out ways to be able to hold on to that, energy. Let's clarify a bit. Let's clarify the Fool. The 6 of Coins, giving, receiving. So you might be trying to look for what you need in a new place, in a different place, something you haven't thought about before. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, fear about an unknown future. The Ace of Coins, new beginnings, moving, relocating, new jobs, or receiving an unexpected sum of money sometimes, or receiving a sum of money that you need in order to start over again or get what you need. The Five of Wands, here's the other five. We have all four fives here. The Five of Wands is a card of conflict. It can be petty conflict, internal conflict, external conflict, fighting, going kind of over and over the same thing again. Clarify Page of Wands with the Seven of Wands. Page of Coins with the Seven of Wands. The Devil and the Five of Cups. Regret and loss over a negative cycle, a toxic negative cycle. The Devil implies that this is something which has happened before. The Devil represents, negative toxic cycles. It's a card attached to addictions, toxic relationships, people, places, situations, things that we find ourselves in over and over and over again, which we know aren't good for us, but there's something that we get out of it. There's something alluring out of it. So it's a very difficult cycle to break out of, which is the nature of all addictions. It's obsessive energy, too much energy in one area to the detriment of others. And the Five of Cups, again, which is regret, loss, maybe missed opportunities. Clarify the Five of Swords. The Sun and the Ten of Cups, the Happy Home card. Well, this Five of Swords is victory. It's a hard victory. It means that you had to fight to regain a sense of balance, because it comes with Temperance, which is a card of balance. Temperance, a spiritual and angelic card as well, but Temperance is being able to stand in the middle between two opposite extremes, staying grounded, staying balanced, being able to bring everything together slowly but surely so it makes a harmonious mixture. That's what being tempered really means. It means neither too much of one thing nor too much of the other. So it's about balance, being in a balanced place. And it looks like you succeed in doing that, or you're well on your way to succeeding in doing that, Libra, even though it's very difficult. And it looks like it has a direct and significant impact on your happy home, home and family life, whatever that means to you. And really, with the Sun card, uplifts and relieves that pressure. It might be a temporary stay or an extension on something, particularly if it's money that you owe. Clarify Temperance. What does balance mean for, what does Temperance mean for Libra here? What would Temperance look like here? Give me another one. Whoa. Cards just jumping right out at you. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. The Two of Cups, soulmate, kindred spirits, best friend, and the Star. And the Eight of Wands popped out too. So I think something might actually happen and come through for you quite quickly, because this is an indication. It's almost as if Spirit just kind of swoops in and unexpectedly makes something work out for you, because this is not that they do the work for you, because the Five of Swords implies that you have to fight this battle. You have to do everything that you can, everything that's within your power to do. And again, I'm getting kind of a bit of a strong advice here, Libra, with the Five of Cups and the Five of Coins. There may be another avenue or another way you can get what you need. So make sure to do your research, do your due diligence, all of that. whatever it is that you're doing to fight to hold on to what you're afraid of losing, it does look like many of you actually succeed in doing that, or you're going to succeed in doing that. But again, it doesn't look like an easy battle. It's something you really have to fight for. But it also looks like divine timing and orchestration is at play here to help you strongly and significantly kind of bring that balance, restore the balance back here. Even though right now, right at this moment, it may not feel like that, or that may seem very far away, because it does look like you win in the end here. Any final messages for Libra? Anything you want Libra to know during the first 2 weeks of June? The Ten of Coins, long-term stability and security. The Seven of Wands, again, we have the Seven of Wands twice, defending, protecting, guarding, maintaining that which you have put so much already into. The World, success, graduation, moving on to the next level. Whatever this issue is, it looks like there's been a fair amount of conflict and disappointment around it. Maybe feeling a bit like the beggar child, that what you have or what you are is not sufficient enough. But don't allow that to blind you to any opportunities or resources or avenues which are right around you that's going to get you the help and the resources you need to hold on to this thing. Because as long as you do that, Spirit's got your back, in other words here. There's a victory here at the end. Okay, Libra, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of June. I hope that it was helpful and useful for you. Again, if any of this resonated with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, maybe take a deeper look at something, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that information by clicking on the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the June mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well. Hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.